Good morning, geometry, and welcome back. Kind of on the final stretch here. We got 3 weeks left. Okay, one more section. We're going to talk about triangles as we close out the year. Several of you already took the test that we finished up last week. If you haven't finished chapter 3 on parallel and perpendicular lines, please go in and finish up that test so you can get that taken care of before you start on triangles. Okay, but for those of you who already did it, let's go ahead and get started. So, triangles. Many of you probably know tri. I think tricycle has 3 wheels. Tripod has 3 legs. A trident has 3 points. There's lots of different uses of the word tri. Tri is 3, so triangle, 3 angles. And right here, we'll notice something important about every single triangle in the whole world. The triangle angle sum theorem tells us that the 3 angles of every single triangle are always going to add up to exactly 180 degrees. Okay, so if we look at our first example here, it says students will find the missing angle using the triangle angle sum theorem. So using the fact that we know that every triangle in the world adds up to 180, we'll be able to figure out what this angle right here is, angle 1. So notice right here, says find M angle 1. M, remember, stands for the measure of angle 1. So over here, 33 degrees. This one's 28 degrees. We have one final angle. We don't know what it is. That 1 does not mean it's 1 degree. That 1 is a name. It's angle 1. Okay, so we know that those 3 angles will all add up to 180. So let's just start with adding 33 and 28 together. Okay, and when we add those up, we will get 61 degrees. Okay, now to figure out what angle 1 is, if all of them add up to 180, we can take 180 and subtract that 61, and we will be left with 119 degrees. That is how much is left for angle 1. If you want to make it good notation, M angle 1 equals 119 degrees. Sorry, that was a little crunch. Okay, now if we look at example 2 here, same exact thing, except now we got some decimals, but it doesn't change anything. We're still looking to find this angle. Decimals, I know, may be complicated a little bit, but it doesn't change what we are trying to do. So let's start by adding those two together. 89.2 plus 48.5. Okay, we know that 2 and 5 gives us 7. 9 plus 8 is 17, so we carry the 1. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus that 1 gives us 13. So 137.7. Now once again, just take 180 and we'll subtract that. And once again, if you need to use a calculator or your phone, go for it. I do not mind if you guys solve these problems using a calculator. Okay, the key is that you figure out a way to get the answer. So 42.3 degrees would be our answer. So example 3 and 4, exact same thing. We know that all those angles are adding up to 180. Now the difference is on example 3, angle 1 still is right here. 35 is here. There's no number right here. However, hopefully you remember this box means something very specific. Anytime we see that box, it is a right angle, which means that angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so once again, we can do 35 plus 90. That will give us 125 degrees. And then all we have to do is take 180 minus 125. And we find out that our other angle is 55 degrees. That is the answer for angle 1. Okay, you could do the same thing on number 4. 50 and 50 gives us 100. Then take 180 minus that 100. And we find that angle 1 is going to give us 80 degrees. Okay, so hopefully it's a pretty simple concept. Now, on 5 and 6, nothing has changed, except now it's in words. There's no picture for us, but it explicitly tells us right here, a triangle has 2 angle measures of 56 and 74. Find the measure of the third angle. So we don't see a picture, but if we know one's 56 and one's 74, just do the same thing you've been doing. So 56 plus 74. Okay, we add those together and we get 130. And then all we have to do from there is take 180 minus that 130. Oops, glitch. Sorry about that. Minus 130. And we're left with 50 degrees. Okay, you do the same thing on problem 6. Just to kind of save you guys some time, I won't do number 6. Okay, but if you try it, hopefully you should get 90 degrees as your answer. Okay, so now we scroll down here, and for problem 7, it says find the values of x, y, and z. There are 3 different spots we're trying to get the answers to. Okay, we're going to use the same kind of logic. Okay, to start off, do not worry at all about this triangle over here, the left side. We can't solve that because there's 2 missing angles. We don't know what to do yet. Okay, let's start by finding what angle x is. So if one's 28 and one's 39, we'll do 28 plus 39. Okay, plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 2 plus 3 gives us 6, so 67. Okay, from here, all we have to do is take that 180 minus that 67, and we get 113 degrees. Okay, so that is our answer for what x equals. X equals 113 degrees. Now at this point, hopefully you're starting to recognize right here, angle y and angle x. There's something special about that. Way back in January, we started talking about that. It's a straight line cut into 2 parts. It's going to be supplementary. It's a linear pair. They're going to add up to 180. So at this point, all we have to do is take this 113 is right here. If I take 180 minus 113, I get the 67 that I originally had. Okay, that 67 is what angle y equals. Okay, so y has to be 67 degrees because x and y make up a linear pair, meaning they're supplementary, they add up to 180. Okay, from here, I know we're kind of running out of room, so I'll go over to the left. All we have to do, we have 64 plus 67. If we add that up, we're going to get 131. We can subtract that from 180, and we'll be left with what our value of z is. So we have to borrow, and we're left with 49 degrees. That is what we get z to be. So using our triangle angle sum theorem, we were able to find methodically what each of these angles was. Okay, so please let me know if you need any help. Solve a few problems, as a few examples, and if you have any questions or want me to do one with you, go ahead, get on this afternoon, and I'll be on Google Meet. And please let me know if you need any help. Hope you have a great day. Bye.